Welcome everybody. So that was a showcase on the Sunstone Helix bike. So let's jump right into it. Let's address the elephant in the room. For some reason, because I put a post out there that said that I was accepted to the Creator League, there's been a consensus that people are thinking that I'm about to say that this is the best art. The devs knocked it out of the park with this one. Nothing's better. No. I'm always going to be me. Yes, I'm a part of the Creator League now, but my channel was created by me, sponsored by me, financed by me. It's all me. So we're always going to stick with the truth. So just know that moving forward. If you have a video from me, it's going to be what I believe to be the truth. Now, let's put that behind us and let's move forward with what we do. So now this art. So, Sunstone Shatter. The health buff, it's nice. It's a nice increase. It's a 21%, and it does stack like Starfire's might buff because of the buff duration. It's like 12 seconds, and you can keep hitting it. So, in the example in the video, I stacked 3 times, and it's a 37% increase. I went from 1.9 with the stacks to 2.6, so about 710,000 increase in health. So it's a nice increase. You won't get full stacks, so you won't get full damage. But if you're worried about just increasing your health, it's something that you can use. Now, as far as the weapon combo themselves, it's slow. You can't build up the stacks quickly. It's going to take a while. Every weapon that was shown in the showcase has different negatives and positives. Brawling probably was one of the top tier weapons because its tap range does build stacks. The rifle was good all the way around because if you just do any one of the combos, the hold range and down, up, side, backwards, whatever, it's going to build stacks every time. The hand blast was the only weapon where you were able to build 2 stacks, and that was only with the pulse beam. And I think the pulse beam is 10 hits. That's the tap hold range. That was the only one that built more than one. Dual pistols, as long as you hold range, it will build stacks every 2 seconds. So that was also good. One-handed is just bad in my opinion, just because of it's slow. Even though the flurry is fast, it's slow. You're only building 1 stack per combo, which is like with most of the weapons that we out there were tested. You get 1 stack per combo. So bow was also not that bad either, but your best bet in my opinion is to either use brawling, dual pistols, or maybe even hand blast. That's just my opinion on that. So the damage with this art, it doesn't just do let's back up a little bit. So it says damage per stack of Sunstone Fusion, 40% of your precision. So I showed an example. I got my precision up to 803,000 with pages, Venom wrist dispenser, and I forget what else I had in there. My apologies for that. So I got my precision up to that high. With my precision being that high, it does 40% per stack. So it was a 400% precision damage increase. So that got me up to the 3.2 million damage per enemy round. The damage doesn't split, so single target, multiple enemies, that's what's going to hit 3.2. Now mind you, I do have a lot of skill points, so I did put 450 skill points into precision, but you can hit similar numbers and not have to max out your precision because pages does give you an increase. Venom wrist dispenser does give you an increase. Zod gives you an increase, even though it's a small increase in precision. So you can do some pretty decent damage using this art. So it's not that bad. So with all that being said, in a bubble, I personally believe that this art is not that bad in a bubble. When I say in a bubble, I mean you take everything out of it, not trying to be competitive, not trying to be top of the leaderboards, playing your build for strictly fun. It's not that bad. I think it would be like a 5.1 if I had to rank it out of 10. Because it's interesting. It's something new. You can do an okay amount of damage. Actually, not a bad amount of damage. It's just that the speed with this art is just not that good, in my opinion. Now, if we were to rank this art, not in a vacuum, rank it against the state of the game today, personally, I think this art is bad. I think it's way too slow. There's no way to consistently proc this to where you're going to be doing consistent damage to make it worthwhile and useful. Again, this is just my opinion. If they increase the rate of the stacks being built, like one-handed Fury, if it was per weapon attack, then this art would be good. But since it's not, I don't think it's good at all. I think you'll get smoked by any might DPS in the game. I can't even see as a battle tank me wanting to use this art, because yeah, it's a nice increase in the health, but it's not worthwhile because it's so slow. I like to use one-handed, and I wouldn't be able to build combos fast enough to make it worthwhile. If you're in competition, an aquatic arsenal DPS will blow you out of the water because they're so much faster than this art. So I think this art is for fun. I think this art is not for competition. I think this art does need to be tweaked to increase the speed, which would make this art more all-around useful. Right now it's a niche art, not one for everybody. Maybe some hybrid DPSs can find ways to make it work, but I don't think that is something that'll be consistently in the game for competition purposes. So if you're on the fence about leveling up this art, this may not be for you. If you're into any of the categories, if you're trying to be top DPS, it's probably not for you. If you're trying to tank, maybe you can use it for the health increase. You'll have to sacrifice something, but as a tank, we do have things that we can move out the way and put this in there if you really were worried about your health and dying. Healer, probably not. Maybe controller can use this. But there's so many other better arts. So in my opinion, don't level it up. Or if you're going to level it up extremely slowly. Take your time with it. Don't just pour resources into it, because this is not one of those arts that's going to make your damage or your gameplay that much better. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks for watching. And again, as I said in the beginning, we're always going to be true to ourselves. So you don't have to worry about any funny business, any shilling, any shucking and jiving. It's not what we do. So we're always going to be true. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot.